For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manns, and it's time for your daily dose of the doctor. Tonight, I want to show you a couple of things. One of them is the bracket order entry that I promised you, and the other is a good reason that you always want to watch Julie's Unfinished Business Report, because there are really great trades in there each and every day. And the one that I want to focus on today is Ralph Lauren and how that one could be handled, even given the big bar on the open. So let's dive right in. Julie called this one yesterday as a continuation trade to the downside. And what we saw at the very open of the market was this big move lower. The spreads were wide. It was very difficult to anticipate where this thing was going right off the bell. But by taking that first move and pulling out some of the tools that I've talked about in this video over the course of the past few months, we can take the Fibonacci trend tool and go peak to trough on the first move of the day. So that's going to get us from this high, I'm roughly at the high there, down to the low of the second 5-minute bar of trading. So this should actually be just a little bit higher. But what we see is there is a 382 retracement right to the $100.22 mark. It tries to get up to the 100.49 mark, doesn't make it, comes back down through, right? And that's that inverted check mark entry that we talk about so many times in this space that I think I'll draw it here one more time for you, but I think by now you know what I'm talking about. And then where do we project the stock going? So we're getting in at a 382 retracement, and then our first projection would be down to the 1.382 extension. That's down at $98.48. And then our second projection would be $98.21. I don't really project out to the 618, but as you can see here, there was no problem for it getting there. Now let's take Julie's logic one step further. As you know by watching her videos, what she's really focusing on quite frequently are measured moves. She's looking for a stock to continue in the direction that it went over the course of a session, and she's looking for it to do about the same amount the following session. But if we take the first move today and we say, where did it start and where did it end? I think we can all agree that that 618 extension was about the most that we got out of that, or you can pull back to the 1.50 extension. So there's the 150 extension, and say, if there's another move lower, where do we expect it to go? Well, if you take that measured move and you plot it down against this range, what you'll see is that the notion that she promotes of measuring where a stock has traveled in the past and using that to anticipate where it's going in the future makes some very good sense, as the second move here has just about settled in at exactly a 100% range of that first move. So I'm sure this one's going to tick down here at $95.61 in a few minutes. If not, of course, we would lock it in with a stop loss right up above this range, $96.31. But all this was available to you today by doing nothing more than watching a video yesterday and applying some of the concepts that we've been talking about over time. Now, if you wanted to automate these trades and you wanted to go through and use a bracket order to trade Ralph Lauren today, let's take a look at what that would have looked like. So let's say you were looking at that first move of the session, and you had your peak to trough fib lines drawn, and you decided if it hits that 100.22, I'm going to look to get into the stock. If it gets up above 100.60, up above that pivot line, then I'm going to get out, and my target is going to be $98.21. How would you set that up? Well, you would say I want to short RL, and I want to use a bracket order. So what you would do here in this bracket dialog is go through and set the trade up very much the same way as we did yesterday with the conditional orders, except this time everything is going to be set up ahead of time and there's no need to do the multiple legs. So we do a stop limit order, and we know that this morning our stop price, $100.22, limit price, $100 and let's say 14 cents. Maybe we're going to allow an 8-cent slip on this one. And then we're going to exit based on a price hitting. We're going to exit 100% of what we got filled. Once again, that's the same logic as we used yesterday. And we're going to get out of this one $100 and let's say 65 cents if it goes against us, and we're going to get out at $98.21 if it goes in our favor. So there we can see what the trade looks like bracketed up. We could also add additional legs, exiting 50% at the profit target and letting the balance run. We can do all sorts of things with our trading software, but one way or another, what this allows you to do is fully automate this. Once one of these gets triggered, there's no reason to go back and cancel. It will automatically cancel the other legs. So if the buy for profit gets triggered, it cancels the buy for loss. It's like an OCO order. So there you have it. Watch Julie's videos every night, give you some great trading ideas. Then in my videos, you can focus on learning the skills needed to implement those trades. And hopefully what you'll get out of all of it is you'll become a better trader. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. I hope you had a great trading day today and an even better one on deck for tomorrow. The best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.